right, folks, we're back. Thanks for watching that break. I realized something today with the Twitch announcement, but before we get to that, we actually just had a Twitch Prime sub hit us up, which is weird because we heard like the end of the Stimpack sound coming back to the scene. So they get a golden hammock for the new sub. Glad to have you on board. As well as Masix, who hit us up with 2 months back to back. Welcome back. Anyways, as an update to where we are in the brackets right now, we're waiting for either Bly and Nurchio to have a game open up, and we'll follow the winner to play versus Keen, or alternatively, Bly and Nurchio winner versus Keen, and the other side of the bracket is aLive versus HeroMarine, winner plays against Snoot. This is kind of interesting because this guarantees 2 TvZ finals, or semifinals, regardless of how Dare is seeded the bracket. So Dares, you actually did good, man! Dares, you did good, man!
Yep.
But I realized something as I just retweeted this. For those who didn't see the announcement today, Twitch has announced username changes, which is kind of cool. So like, if we wanted to stop being BaseTradeTV but become like ButtsTradeTV, we could. Please note we're not going to, and I don't think there's any plan to change our name. But I realized there's so many streamers out there who have this like legacy of their name. Like you've got Trump SC, Masan SC. You've got all these guys who have like SC in their name because StarCraft was at a time like the biggest esport, and everyone was trying to associate their name with that sport. So with all these name changes, I'm sure we're gonna start seeing people drop the SC tags. And I don't really care, it's not that big of a deal, but it's a little bit sad because it's kind of like the end of an era. Like it's the legacy like gone when they removed the StarCraft origin to their name.
Yeah, it is. A little sad.
It's really cool that Twitch is so progressing and we're getting things like name changes after people have been begging and asking for years, but it's definitely sad. A little bit sad.
Yep.
But, oh, looks like HeroMarine's out of game. Score, please.
Yay!
I'll leave you to poke him to get the next map. Looks like he's
So
down.
you're asking what the score is? You're gonna ask him for the next map?
Yeah. He's down 0-1.
Okay.
Lazy! Anyways, yeah, we should have some more games coming up. There's at least, so we're gonna catch the tail end then of this TvT. There's 2 best of 3s and 1 best of 5 afterwards. And again, for those who missed the announcement at the start of the broadcast today, the Corsair Cup has kind of been scheduled a little bit odd because normally the next cup we cast, which would normally be next Monday, would be a monthly finals. Same sort of things happen with the BTSL. But the problem is because of IEM basically forcing everyone's schedule to go like this and just stretch out and get divided, we had to push all that stuff into March. So March is going to feature the end of the February monthly finals and stuff, but also all of the March Cups. But anyways, Newkirk Precinct. See you guys soon. All right, welcome back, folks. Quick update to remind you all, we did not cast game 1 or 2 in this series. Or excuse me, we didn't cast game 1. This is game 2. I thought it was game 3 for some reason. He's currently down 1 game as we join in mid-series. In the bottom left, it's going to be HeroMarine.
You just think there's gonna be a third game.
I know there's going to be a third game. He's such a good Terran player.
On the bottom right is the blue Terran. It is aLive.
I got some stories and comments about aLive for certain, but before I do that, Just Link throws in another... Dude, close that wallet, sir. You're going to save some money for lunch tomorrow. $5 more coming in. Thank you so much. He says, yes, please more Corsair on Friday. Last one, I swear. I got no problems with you doing what you want to do with your own money, buddy, but thank you so much. That, of course, is still going to get forwarded over to the Mega Fundraiser. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, type !MEGA in chat. Snark Angel also hit us up with a 6-month resubs. Is halfway to that sweet, sweet Partouf, baby. Oh, yeah.
There's so many people getting Partoufs now.
Yeah, it feels good, though, because that's so many. We
There's
finally
so
start getting
many
rid of them.
People that love us. Yeah, we have a lot. I have a lot.
Well, we both have a lot because I still have the other ones because I'm stupid, remember? Anyways, as we get into this game, I really don't know whether this will go for HeroMarine's favor or not, but aLive was actually hanging out on Stats stream yesterday. Did you catch any of this?
No, I heard about it.
They're just kind of hanging out. They had some chicken. They had something to drink, and they're just kind of having a good time. And then went back to playing StarCraft afterwards. But I really love that there's that dynamic. Like, I think for everyone out there who thinks that there's like just the faceless Koreans and they're not social and they're just so used to doing blank and blank, I think a lot of that stigma was created by the team houses and making things look so strict. This is another one of those small benefits to Kespa losing so much control and Pro League dying. It was like now they're really free to do whatever they want. Like Stats can stream all day, and he's been streaming a ton. He can invite players over to just hang out, socially eat. Like, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. You got innovation, you got Sue, you got we're like spoiled rotten. But the thing I really enjoy about aLive is he has been this like player who is generally quite good. He's definitely not the best by any means, but he's been keeping up with everybody else. He can play competitively, and he's also one of the few Koreans that seems to brave going cross-server almost all the time. Yeah. Like, he'll play in our Korean events. He'll play in our foreigner events.
I don't know when he sleeps or what his schedule looks like. I guess like ours, but I also know that he is occasionally streaming and obviously practicing a lot too.
Apparently has tattoos.
Yeah, apparently. The more you know about a guy, right? But aLive is pretty damn good. And while, he's not beyond our innovation levels of Terran, he has the potential to be, especially the more we get to cast him, but not quite there yet. Already up one game against HeroMarine is not too surprising, and he is starting off the second game with a bit more aggression. HeroMarine not too surprising you can go for a macro game, but it's always a little risky. It seems to be doing okay.
TvT, man. It wouldn't be TvT if there wasn't a Cyclone on one side and a Raven on the other.
Or both on both.
Both on both. I will say I'm really a big fan of the way the Raven has been able to make it back into the matchup. Granted, the auto turret might be too strong, and there's different comments to say about that. But it was a unit that was so, like, you would want to use it a lot of the time. There's just no way you could justify the cost. Now it's totally worth it.
Yeah. Back when we was Liberty, you would get this bad boy, and then you would send out 2 secret missiles to bust a tank line.
Yeah, actually, I forget. So I know we were talking about it the other day, but when did they change the secret missile to be 125?
Did they change it when they upped the auto turret damage?
That's what I was thinking, because it's just like it hit me all of a sudden. I'm like, oh, you can't throw out 2 secret missiles anymore. Feels bad, man.
Yeah. And so you can throw out 4 auto turrets,
which are really freaking nice.
Mm-hmm. Oh, HeroMarine is going to be a little aggressive. He does have more army supply. aLive is really depending on this auto turret to be kind of good here. Second auto turret even.
That'll push this back. And this also bought him time to get his own Cyclones out, which is a big part of what he was waiting for.
It's still... Yeah, I guess HeroMarine can't. Yeah, you're right. The other Cyclone's going to be enough. But it was like a little scary. HeroMarine, especially if he manages to snipe one of these important units, and looking at the Raven especially, might have been worth. But aLive sends his 2 Reapers, kind of clever, across the map, and that's something that HeroMarine did not see. And he doesn't have a lot of production as he's been building and adding on stuff, so he could get a couple of C kills. Nope, just kidding. Cyclone meets him.
Yeah, Cyclone's a pretty good unit.
Cyclone's,
the Cyclone, I feel like would have the great, like if someone was doing like an autobiography on Terran playstylings in this matchup, like the Cyclone went from being a unit you had to have, like the Mothership Core style good. Then they changed it, and it was bad. Then everyone realized maybe it wasn't so bad, and now it's gone to being like an essential unit once again.
It is, yeah. Not for the air purposes, although they get the meta back.
That was really clutch too. Like that was not an easy pick off.
But for the ground, for sure. So the 2 Reapers is still alive, and that's kind of annoying. If aLive ever gets a drop in or auto turret harasses in the main base and then goes in with the Reapers in the natural, like these Reapers could get 5 to 6 SV kills. No distraction though, so they end up getting a mule, which is not bad. They're gonna get a 1 SCV. Probably could have gotten the second one. Oh, they did. Yeah. No, they didn't. So low. Scout's the 3rd CC, which is a good scout. Not much else to scout besides that, to be honest. Maybe to see if the upgrades are already going.
Well, army massing up. So I got really caught off guard by Sasha Austin's comment in chat.
Yo, I saw it too.
Like on one hand, it's like, oh, I'm glad you support us long enough to get up our tooth. But on the other, it's like, I didn't realize our odors were going to play a factor into this. I'll send you a letter. I'll like rub it under my armpits 3 or 4 times. Make sure that scent really gets in there.
I'm pretty sure you use Old Spice, right, from TwitchCon, so...
I mean, but I'm actually almost out. I mean, I have to buy deodorant again.
Damn.
I was hoping to hold out to the next TwitchCon, but it's not going to happen. Not with summer on the way.
That would be... You gotta take a lot of those. They're, like, small, too.
That's what the bags they give you are for, right? Anyways, 4 auto turrets mess
Damn.
the hell up out of HeroMarine's defense. Kills all the Marines. The Cyclones come on the backside. Both player Cyclones look like they'll be what ultimately decides this battle, but that was a really great start to the fight for aLive.
Okay, that tank did get the last shot off, but oh my god, auto turrets are so good.
Yeah, and he did kill 12 SCVs through that too, so it's not like that was just an army trade. That's pretty nice.
They get an unyielding death.
Oh no, that's scary.
He's unyielding.
This will, I guess, pick up the Cyclone on the way. Or not?
No.
Or, yep.
There you go.
Psych! The Vikings not going to be enough to stop the Medivacs, but it will be enough to scare him away, actually, so never mind. I thought he would just boost through it.
Maybe, I don't know. Auto turret harassment in the natural gets a couple more SCV kills, and that is important because aLive was behind in his 3rd CC. Like, a HeroMarine is going to make up for those SCV losses from the main attack pretty quickly, so 4 extra SCV kills certainly helps. Medevac drop really just went back home. Interesting.
Update to the brackets, by the way, while this goes on. Nurchio and Keen are ready to play. So that will be the next game we cast. It'll be the first of the semifinals. If this goes to game 3, we may dip out just for sake of time, so that nobody has to sit around for too long. But we'll see how this game goes first.
Right. It's looking pretty even, as aLive did make up for the later 3rd CC. He has a bit faster upgrades and combat shields, which is important, but it's not hidden army supply.
Just a note too, by the way, regardless of how this game plays out, if you guys don't know, HeroMarine is actually streaming, so definitely worth checking out his point of view. But if we do end up leaving this series, you'll be able to watch the rest of it through his point of view as well. So if one of our mods or subs could link HeroMarine's stream, that would be appreciated.
Combat is done for aLive, and even if it was done for HeroMarine, his army's really out of position. He does have a tank in the main. It's not bad.
Yeah, it gets a couple good shots off, but the problem is all the Marines died so quickly, so there's nothing to finish it off. Vikings just kind of shelling away at the Medivacs, but new tank comes out and it gets picked off immediately too, and aLive takes so much control of this base.
Wow. He almost got combat shields. That was so close. But I do believe it finished. It still wasn't enough for the Marines.
This did so much damage. 11 SCVs died. I mean, these tanks are eventually going to get cleaned up, maybe. No, not even.
Oh, man. Killer reactor.
He killed
he
the
took
army.
out the army. Like, HeroMarine is so screwed.
I love the pickup to get out of there with tanks, by the way. He could have definitely stayed and gotten a few more kills, but I think regrouping, with the massive supply lead that he has, makes his follow-up push that much better because he's going to have 3 more tanks in it.
Yeah. Man, there was a bunch, like, it sucks that one low tank didn't go down because 3 tanks one-shotted HeroMarine's tank. That could have really helped, and the Marines might have broken it at that point. Loses another tank because he didn't take out the high ground. Almost had a unit prepared for it, but not quite. And this is a snowball effect. Oh, upgrade's going to be in favor of aLive, and he just has such a control over HeroMarine's bases.
By the way, just to address people wanting Snoot in chat, we're casting both of the semifinals. So whether it's aLive or HeroMarine versus Snoot, we'll be covering that game as well. But we'll do Keen and Nurchio first because they were ready to go first.
There's not much HeroMarine can do to save the right side of his mineral. Mining. Maybe counterattack? Here, aLive's already got such a big army. Back at home, though.
I'm surprised aLive doesn't just put 1 drop of Marines in the main. I think that could do some very serious damage, but he keeps them all in the front line to protect these tanks. Tanks driving that off, and this was a bad move out of HeroMarine.
Yep, it's like the instant regret type of move in TvT. He does manage to clean up most of aLive's Marines, so he's not being pushed any farther, but he didn't push it back, so it's a problem.
And aLive's going to have this rally coming across the map, too. The +2 weapons has been helping greatly. HeroMarine's finally going to catch up to that in a moment here, but I think at this stage, it's more about tanks, positioning, and all this denial. I mean, Income has been pretty back and forth up to this point, but aLive has taken decisive leads by shutting his base down.
Just so much better in the trades. Finally gonna get a freebie tank. Doesn't quite get the one off to the left side, but then aLive comes in with his reinforcements and just takes care of everything.
That's almost certainly going to be game. Tanks were the one thing that we could maybe hold on with, but matching blow for blow to the Marines when aLive has tanks behind them, I just don't think it's possible. Yeah, SCVs
SCVs
are gonna
being
get pulled.
There's tanks still sieged up.
You know, aLive will lose out on the Marine fight and positioning, but he just lost like 10. Like, HeroMarine lost 10 more SCVs. Even if he cleans up the army. Nice pickup of that
good
tank.
pickup.
Yeah. But even then, this still wasn't good for him.
No. aLive got a 4th base with his main command center during all this, still on 60 SCVs, and about to have another upgrade lead. Tanks not included.
Scans to see that there's really not a lot here still. That +3, I don't know if that'll kick in for the fight, but the +2 is going to help out a ton with that armor.
Yep. That'll certainly kick in. 2 tanks now for HeroMarine might be enough to make aLive hesitate. He's just going to go around, which HeroMarine did not notice. Uh-oh.
Yeah,
oh, now he's like, wait a second.
I got to imagine if aLive, like if this went to a base trade, I think aLive holds on with his reinforcement line. His production's been pretty good through this. Although, this is a bit awkward. Yeah, he's got to back away. I like the choice to run away. I think it's the smarter choice in this situation. Not worth saving that tank.
aLive, you know, yeah, at one point I think he had like a 40 army supply lead. He's down to only 10. This is something that HeroMarine, if like aLive still had a lot of confidence, maybe HeroMarine takes advantage of that, pushes forward, snowballs a little bit.
Yo,
I don't think they even up the game, but
kudos to HeroMarine, by the way. Like, he has been playing from behind decisively for long enough at this point that I'm actually impressed that he's not dead yet.
Oh yeah. Some of that certainly was the misjudgment of aLive.
Well, taking that one step further too, it's not even just that he's not dead, but he's brought the army back up. Like, he doesn't have economy for round 2. This is going to be the final fight. But if he wins this fight really one-sided, he might be able to push into aLive.
Maybe. That is the thing though. He's like, you really have to win it. Push
5
in,
tanks to
pass
1.
the 3rd into the production. Yeah, aLive started slacking on his tank production pretty hardcore, and that's been the contributing factor to the losses recently. But he still has much better upgrades. He's gonna have 3-2-2 against 3-1 or 2-1 actually.
aLive baits him into a fight, but it's actually a concave that favors HeroMarine, pushing aLive back once again. He runs off to the right side with some Marines to cut them off. Stims is a little bit dangerous. He doesn't have those medevacs.
Damn. HeroMarine trying to make this happen.
This is going really topsy-turvy. I mean, aLive's got the 4th base. He's got money. So this is, again, like, for now, HeroMarine has a fight he can actually take. But if this goes on too much longer, things like those Liberators are going to really tip the scales. 13 Marines at a time.
Annoying to deal with. But honestly, I'm not even sure how annoying. Usually what really makes Liberators like, oh god, I can't deal with it, is if the tanks on the ground stop the Marines from ever, like, sniping them off. But it might be worth for HeroMarine to snipe them off.
He's really got to go in. I mean, this is his time. The longer this goes, the better it is for aLive. So he goes for the break. He's got more tanks. They are firing better, but there's so many more Marines out of aLive. With 13 in production at a time, he's able to replace this pretty quickly.
You just evened up the work account, though, and they're on the same mining... Well, not quite the same mining bases, but they're getting close to the same economic situation. The Liberators will help out against the Marines only somewhat. They really want to get on top of those tanks.
He dives in for the Liberators. It's a little bit risky, but he will push that back.
Was it siege? Like, aLive is losing this game at this point.
This is going to be the sickest comeback out of HeroMarine as he kills this command center. I mean, don't get me wrong. He hasn't locked it in just yet. There's still, again, 13 Marines in production, +3 armor on top of the +3 weapons. HeroMarine still has a lot, or excuse me, aLive still has a lot going for him, but he is losing these fights to HeroMarine.
Where is his army? I think he loaded up 2 medevacs, and that's where it is. But like, he can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna be okay. Liberator's gonna take care of the tanks.
I think he's got it now. That's gonna be game.
HeroMarine might have just made a really crucial mistake not having enough to cover his tanks.
Damn, that was impressive though.
Game.
GG. Jeez. Yo, HeroMarine died, but he died with like the most honor you could die. That was a really impressive death, so to speak.
He almost brought it back.
He really almost did. Dang. Okay, well, guys, we're going to go to a commercial break and just get things out of the way really quick. We do want to get it set up for Nurchio versus Keen. So TVZ into another TVZ. We're going to be casting both of the semifinals. So don't worry. We're going to be casting Snoot versus aLive after this. I love... This is not just ZVT on both sides of the bracket. It's Foreigner versus Korean on both sides of the bracket. God bless you, the Corsair Cup. We'll see you guys here in a couple minutes.